lichess and Twitch. International chess master William Pascal. We are playing Arena later, but we're going to be doing some game analysis. Some submitted games by the subscribers. 5 of them, to my knowledge. So we have an hour and a half of game analysis and 2 hours of playing in a Blitz arena. For a grand total of about 3.5 hours of stream tonight. Alright guys, Ponda brought his trophies and medals to kind of motivate me for the All-Star Hungarian Arena tonight. That'll start later at 8. So we're going to start getting ready with some warm-up analysis. I don't know how good analysis is for my Blitz game, but it probably won't hurt. I've got games from Jim, Blobix, Asterbait, Nefidov, and Mr. Slow for tonight's stream. Beyond that, I mean, I might play like a warm-up Blitz game or something if we get through those 5. But I like to take my time with the analysis. Welcome everyone to the stream. Asterbait, good to see you. More people will gather here shortly. But I'm going to take my Jim game. It's Jim. Mr. Jim. Where is it? Game for Thursday. If that's the stronger opponent, he means strongest I've ever faced, and one of the few times that I changed my style completely during a game. It ended with a misclick. Blobix, good evening. You're on the list. Your game is up soon. Alright, so Mr. Jim. Mr. Jim's... I don't know if Jim's going to be here or not. I think he was hoping to. But I don't have a lot of time. A lot of extra time tonight. I've got to get to these 5 games thoroughly analyzed before we get the Hungarian All-Stars tournament 3+2. Alright, here's the game. So, let me load it up in the normal board. Our hero is playing white, Jim T884. I never say his name properly. Against IGM Gadakamsky, whoever that is. Jim goes with his favored move B3. He's also capable of playing E4. But I would kind of agree that you should probably stick with what you know best against a higher rated player. Kamsky also one of the highest rated players who I've faced years ago, like 2006. I don't remember. Maybe it was 2007. I don't remember when I played Kamsky now, which year it was. B3. Knight F6, Bishop E2. The other day I played A5 against this, but it's not, not really a great idea, probably. Knight F6, Bishop E2, and G6. This is a good system. I would call it a good solid way to play. Nothing special. Black's not trying to refute your opening. It's simple, it's solid, but I was trying to refute B3. Adorian recommends a lot of good stuff based on D5 and E5. I've come down playing a lot of D5 here on the stream. I like D5, Bishop E2, Bishop G4. I play this a lot. It's rightfully become kind of the most popular line against that. And I think that E5 is also good. I was looking at this with Coach the other day. E5, Bishop E2. Jim and I have had some battles in this. Not too many, but a few. Knight C6, E3. Knight F6, Bishop E5. Why am I lagging so much here? Feels like we've got a little bit of lag again. Yeah, ping is up to 236. That's not good. Especially if I'm playing this Blitz Arena. It's 2 streams in a row with a really high ping. Why is my ping of almost 200 when I've got no other apps or anything running? Sometimes it's better to restart the computer. I notice that will often help. Anyway, cheers, everybody. Happy Thursday. So this variation, you know, very trendy to play like bishop d6 here. One can never knows, as my friend Ben Mikler says. Number one suggestion, I don't trust Stockfish. Bishop e2. Okay. That's a random move. Pavel Blatny. Anyway, I don't know. I know knight f6 is a good move. I'm not going to give a masterclass on defending against b3 here. My friend David Vigorito also played this against the Chinese Grandmaster in Vegas last year in a tournament in the National Open, I think. Successfully with no problem. Very solid way to play. Knight f3, bishop g7. I mean, obviously it's possible to take on f6. I kind of think that this, if you compare this to the Trompowsky, it's probably like worse for white. Because b3 is going to weaken the queen side. What do we have to show for the weakened queen side? If you compare this to this position, like d4, knight f6, bishop g5, compare this position. I don't know. I'm going to be able to play in the arena tonight with a lag like this that I have going on. Very concerning. Ping of 126. Why is this doing this? Well, it's not the bishop that I mind, you know. What I don't mind this position. The d4 pawn is a strength here. It's a strong point. You can back it up with c3, reinforce it, or maybe play c4, knight c3, and e3. But this position I don't like as much. Most players will agree. This. I think that here b3 is just a concrete weakening of the queen side. Must reboot. Maybe I should reboot. I can hear you on stream, the SSR radio. Okay, there's something wrong then. Hello. What is it? Is there seriously a sound problem? Should be fine. What are you guys joking about? You just hear the ambulances? Are you joking about the ambulances? Our sound should be fine. Don't joke about the sound. The Dugo radar. I'm too young. I didn't know I was younger than you. Are you guys joking about the fan or the ambulances? The microphone is actually okay. So I don't like this. Jim doesn't go with that. It's a possible way to play. Double fianchetto. It's a double fianchetto, King's India. I didn't know that Jim played like this, though. I can't remember what we had. Because I must have played like Kamsky did at some point. It must be the fan. I've been using this type of systems against Mr. Slowhand. I love the d4. Black can play maybe c5. But Kamsky decides to play a5. Now, Gada, it occurs to me, does occasionally play the Leningrad Dutch. And this is sort of similar to the way that a lot of times White likes to play against the Leningrad Dutch. If he could drop a knight on e4 and play f5, there's even a strong chance it could transpose to Leningrad Dutch. The main threat is a4. You know, I don't know if Black can play that or not. If he can play it and get the pawn back, if he tries to sack it. But you got to be prepared for a4. So Jim doesn't mess around. You know, he stops knight e4, and he stops a4. Oh, you bought the book by Housewrath on the Little Fianchetto, so be prepared for next. Yeah, I've been using anything to get you into a safe system where black doesn't get to have any fun. Knight c3 is a good move. Now black plays knight c6. Black has played other moves here. But Kamsky left like mainline theory with a5. So, one game. Spike Ernst. It's the joke. His name is Sipke. Sipke against Damjanovic. 2019. The journeyman grandmaster against the middle-aged guy. Alright. Bishop g2. And now we've got another game, Yabava. So Jim is playing like his hero. Yabava. Someone on sound, welcome to the stream. Also, of course, Blobix, Mr. Slow. Bishop g2, e5. So it's like a King's Indian. And Jim leaves previously explored paths with d takes e5. Jim made a comment that he changed his style in the middle of the game or something. I'm not quite sure what he meant by that. But this is obviously a very fundamental moment in this game. I'm not sure that black is threatening anything. Are you threatening me? So e4, knight g5. There could be like sketchy sort of pawn sacks with e3. The other possibility obviously is playing d5, going into a really King's Indian-like position. And this is what Ernst did against Damjanovic, who played knight b4. I expected black to play like knight e7. So it shows you what I know. Knight b4. I don't know if this is good or not. I'd be like thinking about maybe knight d2 here. Then I guess bishop f5. But I'm not Sipke Ernst, so a3 is obviously also possible. So that's interesting. Jim plays a more safe approach with pawn takes pawn. Kamsky keeps a strong point. Our fear is e4. And ultimately e4, e3, disrupting our calm position. So I would actually even venture a guess that this might be a move to think about. Very safe kind of idea, just keeping the focus on e4. Obviously we don't mind trading queens against a 2700 player. But I'm very concerned about e4. Gotta gets on that bandwagon pretty soon. Castles. There's one random game here. I mean, obviously black already has to consider this. Almost kind of surprised he didn't do it. But I don't know how gotta judge this position tactically. If knight g5, e3 might be interesting. Just kamikaze pawn. I'm not really concerned about losing the pawn. Although maybe if the queens are traded, it's not so bad. So he doesn't decide to push e4. This is simul game, by the way. Bishop f5 and now queen c1. And this is definitely not really a Jim type of move. Looks like something I would do. Maybe I'm having influence. Unbelievably, there's another Damjanovic game. Like, what is the chance that Damjanovic has 2 games in this totally random line? It's sort of unbelievable. 3! What? How can the same guy have 3 games in a really rare variation? It's unbelievable. Against Robert Markush, too. So bishop f5, queen c1, queen c8 from Gata. And this is interesting, but, you know, I don't really like, in general, playing for bishop h3 in this type of position. White often plays e4, and that's a bad bishop anyway, on g2. The bishop's not doing anything here. I guess it could yet. You could yet play like knight g5 and liberate the bishop on g2. So this is a new move. The engine likes Damjanovic with rook e8. I mean, we're probably playing rook d1, queen c8 anyway. Lemonade Master would play queen b8, just because it's not the best move. But queen d5 walks right into knight d5. You got to be careful about that, and this is a problem. So, gotta goes in his own direction with queen c8, and I hope the lag gods just stop this lag, please, before I start playing Blitz later. Ping of 174. Maybe I'll stop the stream, shut down my computer, and restart it right before the tournament starts, because this is not acceptable amount of ping for me. Rook e8, and we transpose to the Adalik. This is not Swat Adalik. His wife, and her first name escapes me. Ekaterina, I think. She played knight d5. Jim played knight h4. I think I don't like either move, honestly. I really wanted to keep control of e4 if possible. I'd still like to play this, but it may be too late. You know, I mean, maybe black just plays e4 anyway. He's got that huge rook there, adding to the defense. There's also sometimes this, but I don't trust that move. I'm worried about e4, computer. Apparently it doesn't work. Wow. The idea is h6, knight e4. We just hold the e4 square. Nothing bad ever happens to you in this type of structure if you're able to just hold on to the e4 square. It's kind of a wimpy way to play chess, I mean, I would admit. And we also have to watch for this. This does look kind of disruptive, honestly. But I also don't like knight h4. Computer likes knight e1, the other knight move. That looks insanely passive. Wow. I don't trust Stockfish, especially with my computer lagging. Anyway, guys, I gotta hurry up, so we'll leave the engine turned off. There's something up in my engine, with my machine. I've got a lot of lag, and I don't even trust the evaluation from Stockfish. Knight h4 game. He just goes back, and now we get e4'd. And at this point I thought like maybe Gata was better, but perhaps it's not true. The pawn is going to capture with check, so knight g5, 1, 2. Two attackers, two defenders, no real threats. I feel like Jim is losing the battle. That thorn in his position on e4 gives Gata the advantage now, so he had to retreat. This is never a good sign. Never a good sign to have your knight in h3, and Gata just busts the g5 on him. Principled. It's principled though. He killed your knight. Nice move. Nice move. Can we play knight d5 now? Is there any problem with that? Knight d5. Well, knight d5, bishop g7, king g7. It looks like white's fine. Jim played queen c2, but I'm scared of this move. My queen coming under attack. I guess it's not an issue, but gotta immediately goes knight b4. What if you just go here? Now I presume like take, and then you can decide which way you want to recapture. I think it's pretty equal, actually. I don't think you would have been in trouble here. After queen c2, it looks like Gotti gets the upper hand. He's just consolidating his advantage. It looks like black is better in the center, and Jim's knight is stuck on h3. And now Jim just, you know, I don't know. I don't really like a3 because this is recirculating here, but we probably just have to suck it up and try to defend here, but he sacks a piece. Can black ever move things around to play f5? Nah, not really. Not easy. Maybe in the future, if you could play the pawn advance, but it's pretty unrealistic. This is just insane. Okay, the computer points out knight a4 would attack b6 and stop knight c5. That's the best chance. I was thinking just like queen c2, but I think black is better here. We might be able to play f3, but it's very double-edged and dangerous. Other than that, the e4 pawn just dominates the board, and black's always better. So we sack a piece for nothing. No, some flashy combination. Just a world-class grandmaster playing black. Of course I'm going to sack on g5. Like a bullet game. He has 20 minutes, but it's less, really. Because it's simul. This is not really coordinated with the rest of white's pieces in this position. So, probably white is lost. I mean, if this could happen, we'd be really done. But God, it isn't some time pressure. I really like his game. And there's some nasty threats of knight f4. I mean, maybe he pulled the trigger on e3 a little bit too soon. I wish I could analyze longer, guys. I'm going to have to speed it up, though, to get in all the games. So it got unclear and got to the point where Jim had enough pawns for the piece. He has 3 pawns. 3 pawns for the piece. And I think that when Gata played e3, he actually sort of clarified the situation a little too much. Now there's really no tension. It just seems a little easier for white to deal with. This is apparently a blunder. White is probably okay here. And then we're still in the game with unclear threats along this line. That was a huge threat of knight f4. But Jim got his knight stuck on b6. It doesn't really look right. And now a blunder. And rook d2, and it looks like we're losing. Queen g5, rook e1, knight e6, c5, and then Gata actually makes a mistake at one point, isn't it? Knight f4, rook g4. He's winning. It's a very complicated position, according to the engine. Not winning materially, but winning based on attacking, you know, force. These 2 knights, all the black pieces are coordinated, but he plays a queen exchange here. And Jim just drops his queen. Just forgetting. I mean, this happens in simuls when people are in time pressure. It was a good fight. It was messy. I want to ask Jim later what he meant exactly by changing his style for this game. In the middle of the game. But he just basically was okay in this position. He should just trade queens, take, and take. And the final analysis is not clear. We can play rook takes c5, right? Can I trust my engine to turn it on? So final position, he would have actually been better had he not dropped his queen. Ironically, after all that messy game. How crazy my engine is acting. Alright guys, 5 minutes before my arena starts, 10 minutes before my arena starts, I'm going to have to restart the machine because this is just too weird. It just doesn't seem reliable. Okay, good game, Jim. Very messy. You confused Kamsky. But objectively, you know, I don't think this kind of positional line is optimal against Gata. He probably wouldn't mind playing that type of position. Other Kings Indian players, Mr. Slow, for example, they like the classical positions. I think it's effective against them. Kamsky's he's too universal. I don't think, like, you know, playing a quiet system is going to inconvenience him as much as it would like a really hardcore Kings Indian player who's focused so much on kingside attack. Gata actually played something really out of the realm of mainline theory with A5. Again, I think it was inspired by the Leningrad Dutch, which Gata does play. Alright. We've got an hour and I start our 3+2 arena on lichess. I forgot to send a reminder to everybody about tonight's stream. Alright, Blobix, you're up next. Grandmaster Blobix. Where are you? Close the stream, please. Good morning. I submit this blitz game for the subscribers now. It's an old one. Blobix, did you not submit a game to me? Am I crazy? You did submit this, right? Yeah. This is it. Correspondence chess. Okay. It's a game against Prusers. He blundered in the opening, but as usual I found a way to deteriorate my position to the point it's very bad. He allows a mate eventually. There's even a video, if you guys want to see. Can't paste? What? Copy. Video of... I don't know if Blobix wanted to share this or not. I couldn't find that clip. Oh well. Secret. Correspondence chess Blobby. Blobix versus Roland Prusers. Imported by Blobix. I don't know why I couldn't find the clip. Alright. Blobby's white. E4, D5. Jim, you just missed your video. You just missed your game. I didn't know if you were going to make it or not. So I went over your game first. In order that we get them. I wanted to know what you meant by changing your style in the middle of the game against Kamsky. I wasn't sure what exactly you meant by that. Knight C3, Queen A5. I don't understand why more people don't play Queen A5. Why is Queen A5 worse than Queen D6 or Queen D8? It seems absurd to me that it should be. This is like a main line. The main line. And you played G3. So, I was thinking about this earlier this week. If you look at this position, what am I talking about? That's strange. Very odd. D4, C6. Strange. I'm just trying to recall something about this Scandinavian that I saw this week where white was playing G3. Oh, I know what it was. Here. Well, G3 is not a great move, really. Nothing special about that. I don't know why that came to my attention. So you tried to... I tried to play someone positionally until he choked me. Yeah, you choked on the e4 pawn. But it's kind of a typical theme in that type of position. Yeah, no. I don't really have you in the category of players who don't play positionally, you know. I don't think you're that much of a maniac or something that I would classify you as not playing positionally in the first place. So I didn't really recognize that. I just thought like Queen C1 was kind of not your real style, let's say. Yeah. I influenced you too much. Resigning a pawn down. Shouldn't have done that. Mr. Coffee, guys, welcome. Our moderator, Mr. Coffee. Welcome everybody to the stream. I've got 4 more games to go through quickly. We've got a little less than an hour. 10 minutes a game. I think I'm going to have to reboot my machine between the game analysis and... Between game analysis and the All-Star Arena. We got really slow everything for some reason. Maybe it's just the heat is affecting my machine. Alright, I'm going to get back to the game. So d4, knight f6. This is standard. I really have no clue, you know, about specific move orders. I mean, black can play c6 here. What's the difference between playing c6 and bishop f5? I mean, c6 is more standard. The reason for that I'm not that familiar with. I mean, the queen wants to come back to c7. You got to ask yourself, how do we exploit bishop f5 versus c6? I'm not an expert. G3, not a standard move here. Let me see if I can get... No, I don't want the engine. There's no games in the opening explorer. That's weird. Literally no games with G3. 6 moves, Blobix is out of book. No, I got the book turned off. Alright, G3. It is out of book. On full schedule? Oh, full schedule. I'd like to have shown my conversion against Alexer. TK guy. Yeah, full schedule. Did you submit that game already, or are you just mentioning it for the first time now? Did I miss it? You studied G3 and saw that 94 was bad. Well, I never expected black to play 94, frankly. It violates fundamental opening principles. I understand playing G3 because he's kind of like baiting you, you know, by leaving that C6 move out. You know, that's a whole topic of conversation, this dark square bishop. Somebody also forgot. I forgot to request, well, I didn't request, you know, submissions because I'm doing the Blitz stream tonight. I'm doing the Blitz Arena, so I already had enough games, TK guy. I can't do like 10 games if I'm playing the Blitz Arena at 8 o'clock, so we're only doing a handful. That's why I didn't send a message, because I couldn't take any more submissions. I can't do them if I don't have time. So 94, bishop d2, but I should have sent you guys a message anyway. I regret that, but I mentioned that already. I don't think giving up this bishop pair is a big deal, Blobix. I think in the Scandinavian, this bishop is always kind of it's a missing link for white. In this case, for example, you have a lot of pawns on dark squares. I find it's always difficult to convert that bishop pair in the Scandinavians anyway. I really don't mind getting rid of it. So it's a good positional judgment by Blobix. Though I would probably take back with the queen here. It's a forward developing move. And your knight is still headed for greener pastures on e5. I'm actually kind of surprised by knight takes d2. You're going to bounce around the other way, but I mean, you're already headed for e5. Yeah, you're going to c4. c4 and e3, maybe. I don't know. To me, this seems slightly more natural. But of course, you'll end up maybe facing pressure on the d file. So let's see what happens. Whoa. He likes it crazy and fast. This move makes a lot of sense in the absence of knight on f3, doesn't it? I don't think you need to play knight c4 that bad, you know? Here, what does black do? It's just a better move, I think. But I don't think you have anything special. Knight d2 is kind of eccentric. Oh, he like blunders? Is e5 a blunder because of knight c4? I knew that move was overconfident. It's one of those Blobix. From years of playing like b3 Sicilians, he knows how to trap queens. Jeez. See, that's why they play c6 in this opening for black. So this doesn't happen. The queen can come back. Maybe he's rethinking his decision to play bishop f5 even now. e5 knight c4 might be winning. He's going to have to head back to e7. Are there problems with knight d5? It doesn't look 100% clear. Knight takes f6. Then you have knight d5 there. And then he has like knight queen d6, and then you have like knight e3. So it's winning, but how much winning? I guess this might even be a move, ironically. Because I'm not sure this is actually a threat due to knight d5. You have this move at the end of the day. So, you know, for example, here, white is now facing bishop e4, f3. Okay, it's kind of messy. Doesn't look that clear. I might have missed something. Let me know if I did. But I'm not that convinced by this. You know, it looks like some sort of weird Slav. That is truly still a problem, though. Yeah, he can't stop the control of d5. Total domination of the center. The only square he controls is e4, and he's about to lose that. Bang. Now Blobix has superior control of every single central square. And he's a pawn up. This is why you play c6 in the Scandinavian. Unconvincing. But bishop e6 looks like a good try. I was expecting b4. It's a nice move. Now b4 may be on the way. What was the time control of this game? You probably said it in the message. Defending. He's got a keen tactical eye with rook d4. True grandmaster. Queen f3, knight e5. It gets a little messy here. Suddenly, like, he's okay. Yeah, typical blitz game. Not perfect, but fun. Now, at the end of the day, it looks like your queen side is sort of melted down. I can't wait for the Blobix cheapo. Queen takes h7. Queen takes h7 fails miserably. And he snaps your pawn, for lack of a better plan. Oh no. So he can play queen a6 if worse comes to worse. That's destroying his pawn structure, probably throwing away, you know, a clear pawn off position. But if he has no other move, I mean, that would be viable. Bishop c8 defending, and now knight c4. But actually, black's probably seriously better here anyway. You're just a clear pawn down at this point. Clear pawn down with no threats whatsoever. Just one cheapo. Just missed it. And he doesn't have c5. He missed your devious cheapo. I wonder if he could drop the queen and play rook e1 check and bishop h3. That'll never be enough. You can always give a queen back. Mate in 1. Oof. Perfect game. Thanks, Blobix. Beating a grandmaster with a perfectly clean, flawless technique. Acerbate. That was fun, though. Alright, 4-move mate in the spirit of limited time. Now, we're not sharing that. I don't want to see the 4-move mate. Acerbate, is this your submission, the 4-move mate? For the stream? Seriously? I don't understand what's wrong with my phone. My mic. My mic should be fine. What's wrong with the mic? Shouldn't be any issues with the mic. You guys all have issues with my sound? The phone is always close to the mic, but maybe it was closer than usual. It's not just my fan, guys. You're not just noticing the fan. Alright, well the phone can go. Could be. Usually it doesn't have an effect. But there is a fan in the background. I'm just wondering if you're hearing that. Alright. Very hot here. Acerbate, what's up? Did you submit a 4-move win for the stream? You're not serious, right? So, we've got a Nefedov game. Yeah, the G3 system is viable, Blobix. Definitely. It helped, okay. Thanks for letting me know. Alright. Nefedov, Acerbate didn't answer. I'm going to hold off on him. I just got this game. I got a 4-move victory. Or a few being crushed in time for Thursday. I have 11-move miniature. Wait. Oh, this is it. This is from last week. I'm sorry. It wasn't the 4-move miniature. It was this one. Thursday. I got it. Okay, Acerbate, we sorted it out. Acerbate playing white. His favorite opening, the Philidor. Why would bishop c4 be dubious here? Thanks, DK Guy, for letting me know. I had no clue. Usually it's not an issue. Guys, I'm going to zoom through a couple more games. At 8 o'clock, I'm playing in a 3+2 arena. Streaming that. But I will have to restart, I think, unless my lag gets magically better here. How are we doing? 105. It's not that bad now. Okay. So queen f6. I played the other day with queen e7, but I think I like queen e7 better. Master B plays c3. Doesn't feel right. There is no easy path, though. What is the best setup here? I mean, we're going to find very few games. If we look in Opening Explorer, 0 to be exact. But I don't know that this is, you know, an easy answer here. I mean, knight c3, c6. Black is 2-0 in this position. With this setup, black can play for knight e7, knight g6. If I play with the queen on e7, as I played the other day, inspired by this type of game, as I played the other day, yesterday to be exact, this is more common, going for g6, knight f6, bishop g7, with a kind of standard King's Indian setup. Queen f6, though, I don't see any sort of refutation here. I mean, I would like to open the game up if we can, but I just don't see the justification. Do we have queen d5? Do we have some kind of trap now? Nothing there. At the end of the day, this is a mistake, trading pawns on e5. So I don't have a clue. I just think that this is slow. Probably a mistake for black to trade off your white square bishop with his good bishop. Now you open the position, but I need to see some sort of justification for this. I need to see you got something for giving up your strong pawn on d4 for his pawn on d6 and opening up his bishop. I need to know that there's some reason that you're justified in that. Mr. Coffee, thanks for being here as a moderator. Thanks everybody for watching. We're hosting a quick game analysis session with some of the subscribers, and then we're going to do 3+2 arena with my Hungarian friends. Yeah, I mean, this actually looks okay, but black played c6. It's better to play knight d7. I was thinking knight d7. DK guy suggests queen b3 instead of queen a4. Yeah, I mean, this is a standard move. I agree, DK guy. I don't understand why Astrobate didn't play that. He normally would play queen b3, probably. Queen a4 check is probably a slight mistake. You have a feeling I've seen that game before? Did I go over this last week? Very possible that I did. Alright. It's possible we went over this last week. I'm going to go over the other one. The miniature. Miniature. Very possible we went over this. I think Astrobate submitted a 4-move game for this week. That's why I'm going back to the last one. Anyway, it never hurts to review. e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4. Why do all of your opponents play h6 on the first 4 moves? How is that even possible? Every one of them links to a game played by Pavel Blatny. Blatny woke up one day, didn't know how to play openings anymore. I'm not on the lichess streamers list. Yes, any ideas? There's too many streamers out there, Nefedov. Everybody's streaming tonight. What is it with tonight? It's a Thursday night. Is that some hot night or something? Chess Network streaming. Ginger GM is streaming. What is it with Thursday? Is that some special night or something? Just so many streamers. No one's listed. It's not working right. Nefedov. In that case. Clutch chess in a few moments. Oh, I can't wait. A new way of scoring chess tournaments. But anyway. Not excited by clutch chess. I can't wait till normal chess returns. Okay, this is obviously a really bad move. Fundamentally about as bad as you can get. It's still better than sharing the 4-move victory. So what do we do? Knight e5 is possible, but he can play knight e5. Knight e5, knight e5. Black can probably limp to the middle game, not losing immediately. The other obvious move would be like pawn takes e5. Yeah, I don't understand what the Norwegians are talking about with over the board chess is back or something. It's clickbait. But knight h4, the strong move. Clearly exploiting all the weaknesses around the white squares. And that's debate with knight f5. So why didn't you just play the normal move? I was waiting for Astrobate to uncork like bishop f7 check. His favorite move. You outthought yourself here. The natural move queen h5 check. Black has to play g6. You take on g6. And he's going to walk his king out to d6. I guess similar thing happens in the game. Knight f5. Dubious. Check. Here. Queen f7 check. King d6. What did black miss? It's made in 6. So knight takes f5 is a blunder. Okay, I mean he could have played like g6 or whatever. This is the thing where it just like it will continue down the line where white just positionally very, very weak. Knight f3, f6, knight takes e5. I'm surprised no one plays that against Astrobate. This is beautiful though. Check it out. So he's got him in the mating net. Queen check here. Pawn takes pawn. Queen check. And then it's like a Morphy-esque sort of mate. I imagine if Morphy, you know, and Astrobate lived in the same time, Astrobate would have been a protege of the late Paul Morphy. But, alright. Astrobate, very entertaining. As usual, Astrobate's tricks are based on cooperation from the opponent. He figured out that if he offered this piece on f5, black would be unable to resist capturing with a carefully planned checkmate. Nice job, though. Alright, I've got some serious games by Nefedov and Mr. Slow. And DK guy if I had time, but we're a little bit pressed. Where's Nefedov? Game for Thursday analysis. Please. Never forget to say please. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of times, I just noticed tonight, though, you know, why is it there's so many people streaming tonight? I suddenly have, like, overflowed on Twitch with recommended channels. I don't want to see these recommended channels. I don't understand what it is with Thursday night. Why are there so many chess streamers on a Thursday night? What is it with Thursday night? Not quite I understand. I think like Friday night or Saturday night, you know. Why Thursday night? Thanks, Pavel. Alright, lichess. Nefedov against Tilchaev. Bulgar. I think I played through this. Yeah, I don't know why. I just don't like knight c6 as much. I've been trained classically not to play knight takes c6. This is a good spot, you know, to play the move. I'm interested what good old Stockfish says. Bishop f4. That's a very tricky move. Okra. The okra. I think it's a plant, maybe some sort of euchre. It's a card game. Bob Euchre. Bishop f4 is the home prep. So knight c6, bc6, e5, knight e4. You know, Morwa, whose account was illegitimately accused of rating manipulation by our Steam site lichess, was playing this line with black. I had a game with him, but knight e4 is the only move. I assume that Nefedov knows that, and he's like playing knight takes d5 because he's playing a GM, and he just wants to kind of, you know, have a nice safe equal game. But Nefedov, again, I'm assuming you know this is the better move. Queen c7. There's other moves. This bishop e7 is a weird one. And even bishop a6 is playable. A lot of strange variations here. Try going to the mermaid unicorn. See the recommendations you get then. I don't know what you guys are talking about. You're not good at opening theory. How do you know to play knight takes c6 then? Like, if you're not good at opening theory, you don't play this move. Seriously. If you learn chess in the Pioneer Palace, Pavel, they taught you not to play knight takes c6. Like, you don't normally do that type of move. I would assume that Nefedov would play like bishop e2 here. Why are you not playing bishop e2? This seems totally your style. Bishop e4, castle, sack a pawn. Bishop takes c3, b takes c. Knight takes e4. This is his alternate variation, probably. Queen d3. Pioneer camp. They told you not to play knight takes c6. I'm sure of it. At the Pioneer camp. And yet you're doing it anyway. The only reason you make this move in the Sicilian is if you know that that's, like, theory. It's not like the four knights Scotch where you have to play knight takes c6 because there's no other move. This is an interesting move. G3. Karpov preferred knight b5. Actually, he played black in those positions too. But I would think that Nefedov would like go for bishop e2. You're just not willing to sacrifice a pawn. This is a good line. Castles. Bishop c3, bc. No, seriously. Knight e4, queen d3, d5, and wait as compensation for the sacrificed pawn. Bishop a3. I don't really feel too comfortable for black here. Strongly recommend Nefedov. This is the kind of line you could work with. I know you. It's totally up your alley. Alright. It's like playing, that would be like playing some weird offbeat win award variation. Knight takes c6 is just, you know, only because of e5. Only because of e5, knight d5, knight e4. There's no other reason to do that. But he just kind of plays his own thing here. Now it's nothing for white, but fairly simplified, you know. The Grandmaster here with black is a little concerned that he's allowed white probably too simple of a position. As you can see, like this move, favorite trick, getting rid of the bad bishop with queen a5 check, queen a6. Right, TK guy. Nefedov plays the exchange where Lopez, so he loves taking on c6. I remember I was telling the story to someone this week. I had a friend who played the black side of the Lopez, and they liked to play the Marshall. And he was trying to win this under 2200 tournament. And I'll never forget the look in his face when he was like paired with black in the first round, all geared up to like win some under 2200 prize. In his very first game, he's playing black, he's hoping to play the Marshall, and the guy plays the exchange variation of the Lopez against you. And he lost, but he was so demoralized. Just, that's what you get your first game? Really, the exchange variation? That's so sick, you know? Queen c7, queen e2. It's funny that, I'm incredible, but I don't think that if I were like this guy, Tilchaev, I don't think I would have spent a lot of time like studying knight takes d5. He actually knows that bishop e4 check is the move here. You gotta give him credit for that. And now I guess it's a forced tactic. You're hoping for c3. Bishop c3 check. It's a trap. I guess if I played this line I would know it too. It's a nice little trap. So Nefedov is now forced to his own devices. He's clearly telling the truth that he didn't know the line. Because I don't think that Pablo will want to play, you know, I don't think he would want to play king f1 of his own, you know, will. This doesn't look, you know, like the kind of position you are real excited about. Okay, I'm attacking now with king f1. Slight problem, the fact that there's already two pieces exchanged off. It's not like it's a Winnower French and all black's all cramped. There's just, you know, no real compensation for the fact that your king is on f1. Admittedly, bishop e7 is sort of a funny move by black. He's afraid of queen g4. Rook b8 was better. But this guy I'm impressed with. You know, I don't know Tilchaev in real life. But I've been playing poker for years, and I haven't got that into the tournament scene since I came back in 2016. So there's a lot of good players. Like this guy that I don't know. When I was busy playing poker, he was becoming a strong grandmaster. But what I would say is very, very principled, solid player. Someone on Sound who was here also had some games against him. I like his style. Very correct. d6, and now rook e1 from Nefedov. The master of overprotecting your strong point. You gotta admire that move, honestly. And h4, what else? It's like Joel Benjamin playing the advanced French. Pavel, you should play the advanced French. Now f5 seems kind of weird. What about f6 instead of f5? Jim, are you joining us this Sunday? The engine prefers f6 to f5. But ironically, de5, bishop e5, bishop d6. I feel like black's slightly better because of this pawn on d5 it's the most significant piece of furniture on the board. But I think that white's okay. I like the way that Pavel played. Very inspired. And he found this over the board. h4, king f1. And now not g4. My favorite maneuver, rook h3. But it's still not clear how white will continue. Chirov. And Nefedov just goes crazy with g4. It's funny, though. He started out playing very solidly. A Westerinen. I'm sorry that I never met him. He had a disgusted look. Yeah, everybody has that disgusted look when you play bishop takes c6 in the Spanish. You get used to it, I guess. People probably did that to Fischer. But I mean, it's funny how Nefedov started out playing non-theory, like very solid, and now he's like morphed into his like alter ego, like the raving lunatic with g4. My God, man. You know you're playing a GM, right? You just unleashed g4. He goes from controlled Pioneer Palace student to raving lunatic with g4. Just let him out of the asylum. Out of the asylum. I bet your opponent was sort of freaked out when you played g4. But truthfully, it's not that crazy. Really neat exchange sacrifice by Tilcheyev here. I'd love to sacrifice the exchange against Nefedov. He must have studied my games with Nefedov and come to that conclusion. This was a cool idea. I gotta give the guy credit, you know. Objectively, the engine said it's not enough. Snaps that pawn. Now, black is fighting for a draw. But Nefedov, as usual, is somewhat merciful. Not always, though. He's not always merciful. There was a kind of weird end to this game. Pavel blundered the exchange. He's getting in time pressure now. Then it was just like a dead drawn color bishop. Actually, this isn't dead drawn with the rooks on the board. Both sides in time pressure. It's likely to be a draw. Actually, this move really kind of is a problem. And draw. Nefedov loves to offer draws. Great to have you with us, Pavel. I don't mean to diss you. All respect. I feel better now about that last loss against Nefedov. Tilcheyev here, groveling for a draw. Finally getting it. He is up a pawn, though. Guys, I'm going to be streaming All-Star Arena here shortly. I've got one more game to go over from Mr. Slow. And please support the stream. Please support the stream, donate, and subscribe. I'm a small-time streamer. Not a big shot, and I don't try to monetize my efforts that much. Or promote myself that much, so I suppose I need, you know, a little bit of support from you guys. If you can, make a donation, throw it in the hat. Alright, Mr. Slow is a huge supporter of the stream, actually. Nefedov as well. Thank you, guys. Mr. Slow up. Where is that link? Alright. Hi, Sladgie. Request a game for Thursday. Here it is. Has some interesting moments. Remember this game well because it felt somehow intense the whole time. Now, I have not seen this yet. Once in a while, I'll preview a game submitted to me, but in most cases not. Nefedov, I'm sorry I can't give you more analysis. I love analyzing chess, but I have to kind of keep these under control. I was surprised when Pavel played g4, but it looks like it was actually good. Alright. But nice recovery there, Pavel, after not really knowing the opening line. You didn't ever play that before, right? I mean, King F1. I'm under the impression that you played King F1 for the first time in that game. Am I right in that assumption, Nefedov? Mr. Slow, 500-bit donation. Thank you. Hope you do well in my arena. I'm not positive tonight because I haven't played at all today. You know, I'm going to be going to a 3-2 arena against really strong, fast young players with no warm-up at all. Maybe we get one warm-up game in. Still think maybe I should restart my machine. Possibly it's not necessary. Ping is down around 108. Not that bad. It was around 200. That was looking sketchy. Time move challenging me to casual 5 days. Okay, not right now. Slaughter Arena. Thanks. That makes it seemingly like revenge for... What is that, Jim? You want to put bad ideas in my head? Like, I put the Kamsky resigning because you're down a pawn in your head? Trying to get me back? Thanks, guys, for watching the stream. I'd like to find a way to do more analysis and the arena, but I'm really pressed for time today. Well, I don't want to blow... I'm going to drink more beer tonight. I don't want to blow the like winning rook in game with a minute left on the clock. That's what I did last time. More relaxed, yeah. Okay, so this is slow hand against the fighting under greater than 2,000 elo. Now, Mr. Slow plays the French. And I always think it's a pretty significant advantage to play against your own openings. But it goes b6. See, I mean, am I stupid or is there a reason for Black's move order there? What just happened? Like, why would you play e4, e6, d4, b6? What possible advantage does that have? Does anybody have a clue? I can understand like e4, b6, d4, e6 maybe, but e4, e6, d4, b6? Why not just play b6 on the first move? I guess it's just not that. Not worth thinking about. No particular reason for this move order. If you want to play the Owen defense, I'm going to make a case that I think it's more efficient to play b6. Because you might want to delay e6 in favor of knight f6, or some lines where you get e5ing with one move. I think it's true. It's slightly more efficient to play it that way. So very rarely do you see this. Your opponent is known for non-theoretical approaches. Okay. No particular reason for this move order, though. Okay, I prefer bishop d3, but knight f3 remains slightly more popular, according to the lichess opening score. You also have a little practice against Acerbate here. Presumably this game was played over the board. 2013, well before your battles with Acerbate. I also played this line with white. Knight f6, bishop d3, but black's supposed to play bishop e4. And c5 leads to d5, which I don't really like for black. d5 right away. I feel like I saw this week. Strange. Yuri Lapshin. Yeah, queen e2 is solid. I kind of like this better personally. I think you should take, and then there's no Magnus Carlsen move order here with queen takes d5. He has to take with a knight. And now castles. I like this for white. Knight takes c3 kind of builds your center. You're not committed to queen e2, but you can transpose back into kind of normal lines there if you choose to. But having said all that, I mean, there's nothing wrong with queen e2. I think you're still slightly better. There is an interesting variation, though. That suggestion of ed5, knight d5, because ed is just better for white, presumably. But this suggestion of knight e4 might be really interesting. There's a player here, 2018 game. I mean, I don't know, is this something? Yeah. Yeah, it is something. Bishop e5 check, c6. Bishop e5 check. Complicated. I prefer ed. Of course e5 is possible. Black should play knight e4. I don't understand why you're playing knight d7 here. It's rather a passive French. Seems like it would be better to go into e4. Don't understand why. Oh, the knight could get trapped by knight e2, knight g1, f3, but it's complicated. So here, not the game. He plays queen e2. Now black really should exchange here. Definitely. Maybe even a lot of exchanges, like pawn takes, knight takes, knight takes. Actually, there you're fine with black, knight d7. White is still slightly better. I had a similar game this week with white, but not a major deal. The longer he leaves the tension here, the worse like you might hit him with e5. Yeah, I don't know about bishop g5. Who this dubious character is that played that back in 1990. But in general, I don't like it. I would think e5 would be a good move. I know that you're not that set up for c5. We'll see how to deal with this. How do we deal with this? The threat of c5. I was even thinking like knight d1 might not be stupid. To bring the knight to e3 and prepare c3. It's a plan. Autophagist. DK guy, the master. Master will just try to play better than last week. So I don't know, bishop g5, you're just keeping the tension. It's a move. Kamsky here against Short. He was very young in 1990. I'm actually surprised he was 2650. In 90, wow. I guess that makes sense. He moved to the United States in what, like 1988 or something? I can't remember when Gata arrived. I don't remember if it was 88 or 89. But yeah, by 1990 he was becoming well known. Not really until 1990, 1991, 1992. He was extremely strong. Bishop g5 here. Wow. Uncompromising move by black. Our bishop is about to be non-existent. And back in those days, keep in mind, 1990, it meant a lot more. 2650. I was surprised by this move. I'm going to turn off the engine. It said you had a tactic there with knight takes e6. That looks very complicated, and it probably has something to do with queen e6, rook f7, bishop takes h7 check. But the way you played it was like very safe. A little too safe. You know, you're playing as if you're playing with a very strong player and content with a draw almost. Draw for by me. I didn't even read the chat. Declined with a smile. That's like man, that's like when that guy last month, Jim. Back in February. The guy who said, just play. This is worse though. And white's better and black's declining a draw. Just play. The Ukrainian I am Frolov. Because we're playing for nothing, and the guy declined to draw. I might prefer queen e3. I gotta go shortly, guys, so we're gonna go through this. b4 is risky. You're really opening up a can of worms with b4. You know? Your c-pawn could become backward. This is not the kind of move of a player who's playing for a draw. It looks like he got angry when the draw was declined. So he's now like going ba-bonk. b4, b5, stick a knight on c6. I mean, objectively moving the queenside forward carefully is a good plan. Just don't want to end up with a backward pawn. c4 should be considered here, right? A little more outside. I guess you didn't want to leave a hole for an outpost on d5. You can chase it away now. That's the point. Yeah, so we just kind of got to queenside majority land. Black was really not realistic in declining the draw in the first place. Unless he's like a super favorite. Mr. Slow is better. But again, conservative here with a trade of queens. Now black is in precarious scenario. But we unfortunately have to probably admit that there's nothing here. It's just not enough to win. I would think like rook here. You might want to play for a perpetual. The old like knight d7, knight f6, rook d7, perpetual type thing. Draw agreed. Fair. Alright guys, I gotta go. Temporarily. I'm not really going. Actually, I'm not gonna go. I take it back. I'm not gonna reboot the computer. The lag doesn't look that bad. We're at 87 ping. Let's just move on to our next occupation here. The 3+2 arena. Get my beer out. Guys, thanks for sticking with me. If you're going to hang out beyond the analysis stream, we're doing a 3+2 arena with my Hungarian friends. Phase 2, the All-Star Arena, hosted by International Master Nagy Gabor, Grandmaster Olka, and Mihawk Oliver. These guys are personal friends of mine, and strong Hungarian blitz players. The third All-Star Arena. This tournament is not organized by lichess. Wow. If it has prizes, can you say lichess got a letter in the mail? I'm telling you, you got to be very careful with lawsuits when you're organizing chess tournaments, Mr. Coffee. They now have disclaimers. They got served with some kind of... Looks like lichess got served with some sort of legal notice. They're now putting disclaimers on their tournaments. That's the problem. No time for a warm-up game. Yeah, word to the disclaimer. That's why we can't have online chess tournaments with serious prizes. Too many legal hassles, you know. If you kick someone out because of their computer, they'll like sue you. And then who's going to pay for that, you know, court case? Tricky business. I don't want any part. Alright, Gabix is the first seed. Olka. Chanka Balázs. Pop Gabor. I don't know who this guy is. Neubauer or something. Kotzer Florian. Not sure who that is. This is the guy I played last time. Don Kazi. This is FM. Kobens. I don't remember. It's a strong player. I don't know who this is. And we've got me ranked 12th thus far. 12th out of 28 players. I'm sure there'll be a few more coming along. But in this, yeah, it's an arena, so more players can join. But you have to be pre-regged, actually. Come to think of it, you have to be pre-registered. So it's not so simple. You can't just join. Jó este kívánok, magyarok. Gyerekek. Jó szerencs mindenki. I have to try to speak a little bit of Hungarian for For the Hungarian fans, good luck. I'm in the tournament. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to worry about this tournament for cheaters. They're pretty well screened. It's a closed group. I'm not concerned about anybody here. I said Pop Gabor, but this is Pop Jula. I get them confused when I say the name. It's Pop Jula. I'm sorry, I said Pop Gabor, but Pop Gabor is P-A-P-P. This is Pop Jula. Yeah, you know him from being a very strong bullet player. My mistake. I apologize. Another strong player. So, this is a strong player, 2,500. Not sure who it is. Remember last tournament, every single game was the English? How can you play an 11-round tournament where 10 out of 11 of your games are English? So I predict it's going to be a symmetrical English with ops color bishop endgame. We specialize in symmetrical positions to ops color bishops. Corpa Bense. We've never played, but he's a GM now. He played bishop g7. I usually play knight f6. This is a different line. There's a famous game between Korchnoi and Fischer where Fischer had to like sack the exchange and beg for a draw in this variation. Korchnoi played knight d2 here. I'm not sure it's the best move though. It's better to just take. But he does get to trade some pieces. It's a Benoni. That might actually benefit black, if you think about it. I'm just basically playing a Benoni where I let him trade some pieces. What if I go crazy like Nefedov with h4? Anyway, I can't annotate this. Too much talking. Alright, I gotta stop commentating so much. Just a serious handicap. Tell me to shut up, please. I forgot. I'm not supposed to talk. Be quiet. I mean, I want to talk a little bit. Hopefully he's listening. I can trick him. Trick him. Tell him to play the wrong move. I don't know, guys. I don't like when the stream is silent, though. I hate when people stream like that. Put some techno on. I got my beer on. You can take on f6 here, bishop f6, and knight takes d5. Can I win the exchange? No, it just simplifies. I gotta take his guy. You gotta think strategically now. That's hard to do. Yeah, I'm not sure this is really an advantage at all. F4. Maybe I should reinforce my pawn. Pretty solid position for both sides. But as usual, time is going to be a serious problem for us here in Slowville. Bishop d7, bishop c6. I mean, it's not like I'm playing Magnus, but he's a good player. Time is running out. Not really thrilled with the way I played this, and I'm just too much compressed on time. Bishop is nice. Nice bishop. Super happy with the way I played this, frankly. The Russian school of chess. Got to want to play King H1. Wow. Just too much time problem. Got to get out of this pin. It's like playing Magnus in time pressure, my god. The guy's just so fast. The speed is ridiculous. It's like the time I lost with Queen and 6 against Queen and 6 against Magnus. But it's worse. Just about to flag. No, I just can't. I can't play that fast. It's not easy. This is worse than my game with Magnus. Because I had the bad bishop in addition to this lack of time. I had basically a similar position against Magnus where there was no bad bishop. Still, it's hard there. The pawn structure was worse against him. No, I mean, I've got too many weaknesses on A2 and G2. Just too difficult. Too fast, man. He's just too fast. Fast and good. I'm not really warmed up. Alright. Another player I've never played. What do? Start starting off well. Never played this line. You gotta confuse the kids with new moves sometimes. This is rarely played, but it's very hard to come up with a new move to confuse the junior players. You know Queen C7? If you know Queen C7, then you're ahead of the learning curve. Gotta avoid opening theory against the kids. That's very important. The bishop g5 still very solid looking move. I'm just gonna castle. What? Wow. That's sort of crazy. Alright, what am I gonna do? This is a surprising move. Very systematic play by white. Only piece moves. Gotta take with the pawn if they play bishop takes c6 here. All right. I'm killing it, man. I got killed. I got killed on time. I don't know if I'm killing it or it's killing me. Unclear. The thing I'm shocked by how everybody is so insanely fast. Just unbelievable. Okay, what's happening? There's a why so serious? It's like, why so fast? That should be our new catchphrase. It is a fast time control, you know. It's deceptive. I feel like it's way, way faster than 5-0. It really shouldn't be. Technically winning position. Maybe. Pawn. They have a pawn for the exchange. There's that family fork. Hello! Family fork. But she is devilishly fast. Tricky. I think we're winning here. I'm gonna need to take a break after this game to get my breath. There's no rest, man. Pause for a second. I gotta go to the bathroom, guys. I'll be right back in 1 minute. 2 minutes at the max. Alright guys, we're back. Sorry for the timeout. Welcome everybody back. Okay, what's happening here in our 3+2 arena? All-Stars. Hungarian All-Stars, so Sol Kim. That's a different Kim. What is it with the Kims? You're worried now. The more we need bathroom breaks. I'm pretty good about the bathroom breaks. Don't give me a hard time about that. I almost never, ever, ever leave the stream. You guys know that. You know, that's not fair. But I am drinking beer, so. 1 loss against Koblenz, 1 win, 1-1. No draws. Okay, this another player I've never played before, Slovakian. I guess he likes martini. I prefer it mixed. I don't drink my martini straight. My parents used to they used to drink their gin straight up. So, what am I doing? I'm playing a different Sicilian. Never been a fan of martini. The bishop e7 line is just crap. So we got to kind of cut that out. Run out of other ideas. Got to keep them off balance by playing multiple bad lines with black. They never know like which one is coming. Of course, this is a fairly standard line. Going back into Richter Rauser semi Semi-mainline. I don't play this much lately, so I might be a little bit forgetful. I've also played A6 there. I had this game against this guy Timoshenko many years ago that I lost to black, I think in this variation. Kobets is a GM, I know. They better be a GM if they beat me. Are you kidding me? If he's not, then make him one. I'm telling you. Erted. F3. Az biztos, nagymester. I don't think I'm going to be streaming in Hungarian anytime soon. F3 is solid, right? This should be fairly standard. This is probably normal. Move my queen again? I feel like I'm wasting time here. Why am I wasting so much time? Stream in Hungarian. Yesterday, I have this building that I live in where one of the neighbors is insane, and he's mentally disturbed. So he started throwing a fit, and the whole house was like looking out their windows to see what was going on. And I basically got involved. Of course, the insane guy started yelling that I can't speak Hungarian. Whatever. G4. Coming to get me. He didn't hurt my feelings. It's alright. I'm not good at any languages, particularly. So I was bad at Russian and Spanish already. Hungarian is the third foreign language that I'm actually quite bad at. Rook b8, trying to play b5, b4. I think we're both playing something like the way this should go. At least he's not as fast as everybody else, slow like me. But usually when guys like this, you know, he's playing more my style, where he probably lets his time. He'll typically maybe let his time go down to the 2-second barrier. But I have a tactic here with like b4. b4 knight e5. Where does he put his knight? If knight e2, knight e5. We're threatening knight f3, knight c4. There are tactics with like knight takes e4 in certain positions. There's also knight takes g4. Oof. That's pretty nasty, but I'm not sure I want to take on g4. Objectively, you could be doing yourself in if you take the pawn on g4. What was I thinking here? Tactics. I don't know if the tactics actually work in this position, sadly. So he finds a really weird move. What would Gadakamsky do? H6. Before it's freaking too late. Only a temporary salvation. A5, A4. He's threatening G5. This is really passive. He's reminding me of the game I lost against Kamsky. Jim brought that up earlier. I should have. Actually, my game with Kamsky was actually quite similar to this. What am I doing? Keep him busy. I don't know if this keeps him busy enough. This sucks. It's the same thing as Kamsky. Unbelievable. I dropped the same pawn. And he didn't take it. White is better, though. That's unbelievable. Drop the same pawn. I don't know about this. Where to go? He seems to be getting faster. All right, draw. I don't like when it just becomes a complete crapshoot in the bullet scenario. If it's more or less equal and we both have 10 seconds left, I feel like a draw is okay. Especially since I was like 5 moves away from hanging my d6 pawn. I'm just lucky that I equalized. He basically could have just snuck my d6 pawn. It was an interesting battle. A lot of mistakes by both sides in that game, I think, objectively. Alright. So he played him in the stream. Playing my battle repertoire. I don't have much here. Let's play d4. I'm tired of playing g3. Semi-Tarash. Okay. Maybe g3. Tired of playing g3, I said. I know nothing about this exact position. Black's playing quickly, sensibly, very solid. It's a safe and practical way for Black to play. And he's super fast. The advantage of the... you can see the advantage of playing something like the semi-Tarash in a tournament like this, where the time control is 3+2. It's just very practical. You know, you get like a totally playable game quickly. This is not the safest move by me. We don't know what a Schieber Spieler is. Maybe we need a German translator. Is anybody here familiar with that? Oh, it's the player who cuts slices. I tried to ask a German translator. They didn't give me a proper answer, but I probably said it wrong. That's why I didn't get it. I didn't get a proper answer in the first place. This looks like a very stupid plan for me. Objectively. It's just so disheartening when the other player is so fast, you know? 95 is a blunder. I guess I should just play A3 at some point. Peter Balkus. Balkus. He's used no time. Yesterday I played on my phone a game like that against a total beginner. Look, I can do this if I'm playing with a total beginner. I can play using only the 2 seconds. I have too much respect for my opponents here to do that. But this opening is really hard to deal with. I didn't play. I don't have any time. Do you think I have time to practice? Seriously? I'm gainfully employed. Jim. This is the first games I've played today. I'm not like a typical chess player who sits around all day playing Blitz. Ludmilla, welcome. Ludmilla. Yoishtet Kivanuk. A5, mobilizing the queenside majority. The majority. Very logical indeed. That bishop on d5 needs to go. And I like this knight location. Focusing on the f7 square. Counterplay. Okay, what about b6? What about b6? Surrendering the c file with an S. Position objectively equal, but imbalanced. Chess is hard. A tough battle so far to 50% in this 3-2 arena. Dr. Ludmilla. Maybe Blavix is familiar with the doctor. Rook b8. I think I'm holding this. We're holding a draw here. Bishop's stronger than a knight. Objectively. Bishop b5. What should I do? Maybe a mistake. Kind of a tricky position, actually. This kid is a good player. That's a square. Oh my god. That's a problem. We're gonna lose on time and get forked. Wow. Scary. Yeah, I'm just losing. Too fast. Fast and good. Too fast and good. They're putting time pressure on me. It's not fair. But that was really stupid by me. There had to be some simple move there to avert that problem. I'm certain. I wasn't planning on going down 2 pawns here. What? Is this a draw now? Maybe not. He could try to win by playing king b5, a4. That's terrible. He might still have like winning chances. I'm gonna need to take a break for a second. I'm having like heart palpitations. The adrenaline. Who the heck is that? Who's Ned? Who is temporarily in first place? So Sol Kim. Do we know who this is? Thought you were gonna go stream again. Who is Sol Kim? Who is... Don't say it out loud, though. I guess it's public knowledge, though. Doesn't matter. This player wasn't here last time. Whew, I thought I was busted. What if he puts his king on b5, plays a4 check, king somewhere, like king... Kings... I should have been lost, obviously. I'm lucky to be 50% here. Disgraceful. I have 4 points. The GM that I lost to in the first round has the same score. Gobix is dominating. After a kind of bad start, actually. So I don't know who this is. I suspect it's not a Hungarian. It's not enough to be Hungarian. You have to be good too. This is an IM? Or the other guy? Gian Luigi is an IM? Better not be. He's a mafioso. Oh, okay, yeah. Miklos is known. We got a fast opponent, but he's not that high rated. What's the deal with this guy? He's a bullet pro. That doesn't sound like a Hungarian player. Gian Luigi. Sounds like somebody from my hometown. One of my high school. He sounds like one of my high school classmates. More like it. He is Hungarian. You Googled it. Must be a soccer player or something. Dangerous with that Googling. But he's all speed. Makes him particularly dangerous against me. Very, very fast. Silent and deadly. This is probably book. But he's used no time for the whole game. I never understand why people are like 2300 in bullet, but they're 2300 in blitz. At least they just don't play blitz. Actually, he doesn't have a lot of games at all. Oh, okay. He's Jurkovic. Jurkovic Mense. We have some ideas here. Bishop takes h6. Check. I have a perpetual. I don't think I want to draw with white. Sometimes I get confused between players. I mean, it's sort of tempting to sack a bishop on h6, but does it work? Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, that's the problem. Doesn't work. It might have worked previous move, but I didn't see anything clear. Truth is, I don't have anything special. Am I getting overconfident here? I don't know. It's just a position, isn't it? Take with the pawn. Take with the pawn. He's playing very solidly for a quick guy. Principled game. Such annoying. Constantly being in time pressure. Such annoying. English grammar. Do not say that at home. Alright, guys. Queen g6. Yeah, I mean, it was bishop h6 right away. Instead of rook takes rook. I was hoping he would take with the queen on e8. He's just hunkering down. Super solid. Super solid style. White is a tiny bit better. That's an annoying move. White is more active, though. Solid and fast. I find normally like the fast players are really aggressive. I mean, he's got the stubborn, solid style. Southern solid style. Primitive. Oops. F3. Can I play F3? Oof. Queen H4. Hopefully he's listening. That's not going to save him. We got lucky. He played so solidly. He had more time and he melted down. I mean, I was seriously struggling to find any advantage there. I've been very, very lucky to have a plus score. I actually have 6 points. Fekete Bari. Fekete Bari. That player wasn't in the arena last time. Very respectable score, though, for someone rated 2200 on lichess. Najanerosh resulta. Uh-oh. This guy... This was an IM, you said, right? Uh-oh. Ludmilla got timed out. What's up, Ludmilla? You're in trouble with Mubat? I really should play like the... Man, I should play the... Some sort of gambit or something. A little bit sharper. So I don't know who this is. Don't tell me. I want to be surprised. There's like 1 million title players in Hungary, so... We have a very dense title chess player population here. Okay, so takes. Isn't this theory? I played this position with both colors. Eric LeBron. German Grandmaster used to play this with black. That move I'm not accustomed to. That's a new one for me. Well, d5 is a move. I'm not sure if it's good. Rook a7 was my intent. But there's problems with rook a7 now. I mean, queen a4, threatening knight b5. What's up with that? I have queen c7, and just make sure it's okay. Very quick decisions. This does look kind of dubious for me. I'm out of book with bishop takes b4 though. I think I had a game a couple of months ago on the stream, actually. Everybody plays knight takes d4 after my pawn. It's not nice. Clearly not a nice thing to do. So things get super complicated now. Queen c7, queen e7, a3, d5, queen e7, a3, d5. That doesn't help, does it? I have no time to calculate. I could play rook c7. Oh my god, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I don't want to walk into like some trap. This doesn't seem right though. Maybe it's okay. I don't like it. I don't trust this. This doesn't seem right. Nobody asked you. Nobody asked you, HTFP. Do some arrows. Start sending some smoke signals, offering peace to my opponent. Oh no. He has this flash tactic. But it's not so clear. What did he do? Did he blunder? Oh my god, I have rook b7. That's a good move. Did he blunder? Did he blunder? What kind of comment is that? What kind of commentator is this? What am I doing? It's ridiculous. What? What is going on? This is garbage. Rubbish, I say. I can't even not hang a piece. I'm hanging my knight on b8 and he didn't take it. Are you kidding me? What's up with rook b7? Now it works? It works as a relative term. It's a really strong positional player. I think. It's kind of... That seems sort of... more like a GM. Whoever this is, strategically, feels more like a GM. I was afraid of c5 coming, so I'm like groveling for survival. I was hanging a piece, right? He could have won a piece. Strategically, he is a GM. Maybe he's tactically an IM. I think I was hanging my b7 knight. My god, good quality. That's why I don't like fast chess, like Bullet. We'll just sit here and hang pieces. 5-0, gotta be the minimum. Walking into another trap. Get out of here. Lucky to be alive at all. See, he's going to show his I am tactics. He didn't. Wow. I didn't think he would do that. Whew, that's dangerous. I don't know how I won the exchange, frankly. I thought I was down 2 pieces for a rook. I am down 2 pieces for a rook. Whatever. It's all the same. It's funny. He's fast, too. Fast and mean. His speed is increasing exponentially. It's like flying. Slightly technical player. I don't know how you can play this kind of ending fast. Nice. I think it's probably a draw, but he's unbelievable fast with the mouse. If I play King F7, wow. Who can play this kind of ending that fast? Man, after King F7, I don't think I can lose. It's a fortress. I mean, he could try. There's 100 ways to try. Maybe there's a way, actually. But I can't believe how fast he can play that ending. Who is this guy? He just showed up. But it's stronger than an IM, I would say. Who was that, supposedly? Very, very strong, fast speed. They don't play on lichess, I guess. It's amazing how his speed got exponentially faster when he got to the endgame. That was a really sloppy game. Okay, so this player I lost against last time. But I don't think I want to play, you know, like a standard position. And I definitely don't want to go into a tactical position with this guy. He seems to be very well versed in what he plays, and I like last time I played like real going to technical land. I think it would be better to play tactically against him with more complicated position. Keep the pieces on the board. Who was the last opponent? Incredibly fast in the endgame technique. King F7 would have been very, very tough. Yeah, see, that's not a Hungarian. I don't know who that is. What is he like? Where is he from? He's not someone who lives in Hungary. Why does it say Hungary? There is no IM here by that name that I know of. It had the endgame technique of like an old master, which is unusual. From Sudan. Oh, that's believable. And I am from Sudan, who plays the endgame like a Hungarian GM. That's a little strange. Is that a joke or something? That has to be a joke. I never heard of a player from Sudan and Hungary, let alone like a title player. Knight f7. Is my knight trapped if I play knight f7? That's perverse. It might be. But not really. A 24-year-old Sudanese IM who plays the endgame like a Hungarian grandmaster. Okay. HFP, I don't know why you would make some kind of strange, you know, in this time of racial divides, why you would make that kind of comment on the stream. I certainly would never mean something like that, but that's like a Bob style commentary. It seems pretty strange. So I do get tactically screwed here. Again with the two pieces. Two pieces for a pawn. I mean, obviously, if there's never been a player that good from a country, it's surprising if there is one, you know. That's very strange. But they're registered as like with a Hungarian flag. Why would they have a Hungarian flag if they're from Sudan on their account? Possible that somebody's joking around or something. I don't know. Queen e4. We gotta take that. Queen e4. What am I down? A piece? Down a piece. But the last thing that a player, you know, like a young player would be good at would be end games. Probably. It's the hardest thing to improve. If there was a super talent from some country that doesn't have that many strong players, I wouldn't expect them to be like, you know, uber strong in endgame technique. Strong I am. Living in London, ALO 2235. Yeah, that's what I figured. Why does it have a Hungarian flag? So Queen E8 check, what does this do? Nothing. I gotta take this now, I guess. This player seems especially strong at technical positions. Here we go again. At least he's not from Sudan. This is a tough position now. Another technical display. It's going to be hard to hold this. I don't know what to do. But it's very unusual to be like a prodigal endgame player. Especially when you're 22, 35. Playing for the win. I thought he was repeating moves, but it was a strategic decision to gain time on the clock. I can gain time on the clock too. Why does this happen every game? Last time it was ops color bishops. Now it's 2 pieces for a rook. Should have played rook e8 there. This is an arena, so you're wasting your time too. It's okay to take draw. I won't kill you. That's a weird move, right? Now he can't move his bishop. Except for that. Holy crap. It's a good game. I don't think he's going to win the arena. Alright. You'll never win an arena like spending 20 minutes on one game. Alright. Buchuk in second place. That's a powerful performance. I don't understand why the disparaging comments from HTFP there. That's really not cool. I try to encourage you guys, and you should do the same with me. It seems kind of strange, but his second sort of rude comment today. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Try to be positive, and encourage you guys. Please do the same. She doesn't seem at all surprised by this variation. Good preparation. I don't know about bishop g5 though. That doesn't quite seem right. I mean, if you look up to Bob, you know there's something wrong with you. That's for sure. Maybe bishop g5 is a good move. I honestly don't trust this variation for black. But she's super well prepared. White's got a big advantage here. This variation is supposed to be a surprise. When white is prepared for this, then it's time to put it in the trash heap. We got a bad game. The trash heap of the openings for this variation. It's a good player. WIM. But I rarely play, so it's really uncool if one of the regular players from the stream is like discouraging. Don't understand that. All right, it's hard enough, you know. I'd like to see how you would do. But anyway, try to stay positive. White has a big advantage here, based on the pawn on d5. Now this is an issue, clearly. Well, what choice do I have? I'm just like losing immediately. Well, I guess I have resigns. You can resign. First of all, here. That probably makes it worse. I just made my position worse with this move. I just want to resign here. White couldn't play this possibly any better. Black's just completely busted because of 95. She's 2202. Wow. Yeah, I'm just lost. I don't know what to do. It's a strange decision, but each their own. Thought there was a stronger move there. But more interested in playing fast than playing the best moves, like most people. I think knight f5 was stronger. Now it's possible there's some way out. Knight d5, knight e4, bishop d8, knight c3. Still not so clear. White is clearly a very, very strong player. I probably should have sacked the exchange here with knight takes d5. Yeah, that's ridiculous. And the time, too? Really? Wow. Look at this game. Check this out. That's the strongest game that anybody's played against me in the two arenas that I played here. With all the title players. Probably. This is like playing a GM. Best move. I made a mistake with this, but it's already a bad line for black, frankly. This has already been played. And this is too slow. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking with a6. Clearly a6 is too slow. I think it's a bad position anyway. White has used -5 seconds so far. Is knight g3 best? Yeah. Best move. This is another blunder. I'm just crushed. Forget about it. Pretty impressive for 2200 on lichess. But she's underrated. I don't know why she's 2200. That's pretty weird. More like 24, I would think, based on FIDE ratings. I'm not in the top 10 anymore. We're getting beat down by players who are lower rated than me. Alright, again, I'm not going to play the same variation again. I can't do that. Now they've looked it up. Alright. I can't believe I haven't lost too many rating points yet. Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous to be like a WIM and be 2200. There's like 1900 FIDE players rated 2400 here. So, I don't know what's up with that. Let your little brother play on your account sometimes. I don't know. A3, she just destroyed me. Very, very good opening prep. The engine claimed that after I didn't play A6, I'm better, but that's ridiculous. I don't trust that variation at all for black. I just play it because most people don't know what to do. If people know what they're doing, I'm not going to play that anymore. This is a mistake, maybe? Maybe not. Knight b5 is unusual. Alright, we're losing our confidence here. Once against Racek, I had to like take this. What the heck is going on in this position? Teaches these people this stuff. Threatening knight b6. What is this? I've never seen a setup played before. See the best trainers in Hungary that you can find. Money can buy. I literally faced a setup I've never seen before. I'm gonna lose again 2 pieces for a rook. I can feel it. Can't believe how bad I suck. Alright. Just retreat. No problem. Wow. Is it that simple? This is some serious training. What is done in this type of line. I have to take. I'm getting royally outplayed strategically. Never seen anything like it. The worst I ever got outplayed here too, in this type of line, probably. I don't even know what I did wrong. I mean, what did I do wrong? White can make like a million moves with their knights and it's okay. Doesn't seem fair. Just losing the exchange there. This is insane. Totally getting crushed. All right. The only criticism of white here that they might be playing a tad too fast. Thanks for watching me get destroyed. It's ridiculous. Like 20 seconds for the whole game. Wow. My knight. My rook. My rook knight. I don't know how I beat her in the first game. That's pretty strange. Yeah, that was kind of inappropriate there, HTFP. I don't get it, man. But your earlier comment also alarmed me slightly. So maybe you ought to look to yourself for answers. It's like revenge mode for my opponent here. I can't even like move my pieces. My opponent is like 2,700. Alright, well anyway, that was nice. Played like a 2,700. I'll just resign. So knight b5 is known. I've never had anybody play that against me before. It has an even score. Very, very powerful performance. It's 3 in a row I lost. Just getting destroyed by anybody I play. It doesn't matter what their rating is. They're 2,200, 2,300. You know, but the guy from, I just realized the guy from London, I guess it's not a Hungarian name. I was thinking it was some weird name, but it wasn't. This is a strong player. I am strength. Yeah, the guy from Sudan. I don't know why. I was thinking it was some sort of Hungarian name I didn't understand, but it's not. It was just a random name I don't understand. Some African name. Bishop h4, standard stuff. This is a good player. This is 2,300. He's like an I am strength. FIDE master from Croatia. I don't mean the first name. I mean his name on lichess. I don't mean his real name. I meant his name on lichess. I thought it was like a Magyar name, but it wasn't. So this is all standard. I get absolutely destroyed by the ladies. They're both good players who I don't have much experience against. But that King's Indian attack was wicked. She should stick to that. H takes G, F4. Feugl versus Akobian. I'm not sure. I mean, Akobian versus Feugl, U.S. Championship, 2002. Something like that. E6 is a neat move. There was some craziness. This might not be a good move. We're going to take our chances. He seems to know what he's doing, which is not a good sign. The last lady was cruel. I agree. E5 is strange stutter step by black here. Actually surprised by that. My king is unsafe. I don't feel good. We're going to make a run for it. Taco Bell, where are you? If you try to check me on d4, I'm going to do the Korchnoi. Walk over to the queen side. Watch me get destroyed. I don't know how Gobix just dominates completely. He like owns the tournament. So what's up here? G4s? At least he played d4. He didn't try to kill me immediately. I could sack a piece. How about sacking a piece? Take, G4. This doesn't look fun. Just locks me down. Not an easy tournament. This is ridiculous. Everyone's underrated by lichess standards. The FMs are like IMs. The untitled players play like grandmasters. Although I think a lot of people from this tournament honestly didn't play on lichess much until they started doing this. This guy should absolutely be an IM. Just didn't play enough like foreign tournaments and stuff, I guess. He's totally outplaying me here. White's worse. Maybe he's an old guy like me and I can try to win on time. Objectively, like, his decision to play e4 might not be the best. Really not sure what to do. Very close position. Hard to play. Dude, how are the GMs not leading? Have you seen my games? How strong people play? The titles obviously mean nothing. There's 2,200 players from Sudan who play the endgame like grandmasters. I mean, he's actually 2,500 on lichess, but FIDE 2,200. Grandmaster title is overrated. It means nothing at this pace, you know, by the way. He just locked everything down. I mean, I don't know, maybe he'll give me a draw. Will he give me a draw? No. Nobody cares. But he's playing like he wants to block full position, and then he declines a draw. I don't know about that. I'm not that bad, dude. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, that's a good move. Rook takes. My king's gonna need to relocate. Seriously in danger here. Now, knight on d2 is bad. So he's better. He's legit declining that draw. That was a great move, bishop h5. I missed it. He's been stirring that up for a while. h5. Uh-oh. Time to run away, I think. What is this? Really, this is ridiculous. 2,300 on lichess. It's a good joke. Wow. He saw that. I'm not going to play in any more of these tournaments. It's just too brutal. People who are like 2,300 just destroy me. That's a bit much. Why do you want to just like throw away your rating points? I feel like Hikaru now. It's forced mate. Like, dude. Do you know how bad 2,300 is on this site? Just decimates me. I totally misjudged this position. I thought I'm worse after f takes g5, queen takes g5. And the computer thinks that I'm better. That bishop on g7, it's hard to imagine that black is worse here. That is really, really deceptive. This was a bad game by both of us, according to the computer. Well, I don't consider myself a fan of this time control. I mean, I absolutely, you know, am not good at 3+2. All right. That's 4 games I lost in a row. Kind of punch drunk. So, can I get back to the tournament? I just lose to everybody now. Okay, it's hard. I mean, I just worked all day, and I didn't play today, but I'm exhausted. I'm not in good shape. I lost 5 games in a row, to be exact. 5 in a row. It started off okay, then I faded. 5-game losing streak. That's my tournament over the board record. Or is it 4? Now I can't remember. My openings are getting like destroyed. The only thing I don't know. In opening I'm just totally getting hosed. Then I lose 5 games in a row and I get a legitimately really strong player. I get a stronger player. Let's try this. Oh, he's playing this. I wonder if he saw it. I don't think he was watching my stream for the previous game. So we can try to use the same trick twice. We might as well. It's already been exposed. One of the only ways. Now he knows the theory. I mean, there isn't really theory though. You know what I mean? This isn't theory. I'm surprised he even knows that move, honestly. Knight f3 check, right? Something about this I can't remember. D6 is kind of illegal, so other moves would be sort of... I need a suggestion. I don't think anybody would ever sit down and like study the theory of Queen C7, but he instantly reeled off the best line that was played previously, I think. My other opponent didn't really know what to do. I don't remember this though having happened. I guess they're coming back with bishop d4. Can I try to steal a pawn here? Is my queen trapped with b4? What's going on? I'm taking a pawn? Take 2 and call me in the morning. We might as well take a second one. principled. I'm not a materialist. I can't castle. So, that's a bit of a problem. I didn't want to see that. Now what am I going to do? That's what I get for getting greedy. Well, what choice did I have? I had to do something here. I guess e6. Doesn't work. I need some sort of trick. There just doesn't seem to be any sort of tricks anywhere. I guess I have to play something horrible like e5. Just doesn't seem right. Something more dynamic. Sacking a pawn back for open lines. We'll call it. Rubbish. He took with the bishop. At least I can castle. Doesn't want the pawn. Who is even that good tactically? He's 2581. More like 2781. Check this out. When did I lose this game? Seriously. How is he 2581? He plays like he's 2600. Jesus Christ. I mean, 2600 FIDE. Check this out. That's not the worst game I've lost. So he knows this? Wow. Bishop e5 TN. Apparently it's a mistake. And I'm right to do this. He just keeps on rolling along, sacking 2 pawns. And then the best possible move? No. So I can defend with a6. At this point I have 2 minutes left. I must have spent a minute and a half on b5, which is the second best move. a6 is like winning for black, apparently. But b5 loses. It's the second best move. Here I thought he was going to take with the queen, and he took with the bishop. And so now I'm down to 35 seconds. Apparently, clearly worse. Damn. And then the next move, rook e1. And now I'm lost. I mean, that's an insane game. 18 cent upon loss for white. Wow. Impressive. He hasn't played too many games. I have no chance here. I'm in like last place. It's unbelievable. Somehow I don't think it would be the same if it was like 5-0. I'll be glad when internet chess is over and we can go back to playing over the board. I want to see my opponents. Alright. Back to the tournament. All good players, though, that I faced. All strong players. That was brutal, though. That's like playing a super GM. Couldn't play any stronger than that. You play an offbeat line, he still knows the best moves, makes one in accuracy, and crushes you. With 18 cent upon loss. Just scared that guy's not a GM. Move 11 gifted 5 tier subs. Tier 1 subs. Alright. Thanks, man. Makes me feel a little better. I'm ashamed of how bad I am. But this tournament is bad for your rating. People on lichess don't have ratings like this. Kotzer should be like 2800 in Blitz. I mean, it's easy to be that good. It's easy to be 2800 if you can play like that. 2581 is like, I can do that. That's easy. I played an unusual move here. Bishop d7. Well, they probably play a lot of 1 minute HTFP, which I don't. You know, that's why I'm so slow. Everybody here plays bullet except for me, probably. I'm one of the only players in this tournament who doesn't play bullet chess. Because I don't play it on principle. We had a similar game earlier this week. How do I end up playing the dragon? Similar game earlier this week. I'm going to try h5. I don't know who this is. I don't want to know anymore. I've lost like 10 games in a row. I don't want to know who my opponents are. I'm just going to put it on Zen mode. Don't tell me who I'm playing anymore. I think the bullet is bad for your slow game. It's obviously not bad for your blitz game. A5. Uh-oh, Mr. Coffee. I'm getting destroyed. I lost all self-confidence. What little I had left. I started off okay, you know, and then it just started to fall apart. I don't know what happened. But losing like 5 or 6 games in a row will do that to you. As they say. This is dangerous. I don't play the dragon. How the hell did I end up in this position? He played the Soza and I played bishop d7. He played bishop b3 and I should have played... I guess I should play e6 or something. e6, knight b5, queen b8. I really should play e6 here. At least I'm not losing immediately. Am I? Queen c2, queen a8, knight b5. Castles, knight c7. Shouldn't be decisive. But it's real close. I could just play rook a6, I guess. Queen a8 was better. Queen a8, knight b5. But I'm going to run into problems there. Castles, knight c7, queen a5, b3 was my problem, believe it or not. There I should sack the exchange. Okay, I'm lucky that he didn't kill me immediately. I'm really seriously very lucky he didn't kill me immediately. Although maybe I'm dead anyway. I really ought to just castle. I mean, this is going to be dangerous. Probably I'm lost. Ben Sush. I'm just used to losing all my games. I can't even get a cheapo in. This is totally bogus for black. Obviously. Takes the pawn. Right. Why not? This is a bad Benko. Stupid decision to trade queens. Last time I played better than this week, but I was less tired. Queen a5 was probably forced, but I didn't think it was very good either. Trading queens here was a bad decision. I mean, maybe it's not that hopeless. You know, he can fall into some traps here. But objectively, he's just up a pawn. I mean, 2 connectors in an ending. Maybe I can flag him or something, I don't know. This player doesn't seem quite as fast as the others. Not as devastatingly fast. That's a good move. Master saw that. King a1. He actually lost on time. Oh, I'm a hero. I won a game. See, that's the thing. Now we're celebrating because we played a really crappy game and went on time. That's my problem with playing this time control. I won a really crappy game on time. Yes. Something to be proud of. Which one was Gianluigi? But that was... Okay. So who's winning? Arbitrage? I don't know who that is. Another IM, of course. Stronger than a GM. It's a good player. I forget. Back in my days when I wasn't losing on my games, I played this player. Jesus Christ, I suck. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with me, watching me suck. I have to be honest, though, and I'm not just making excuses. I'm extremely tired today, so unable to play my best. I am making excuses, but I think it's fair. I worked all day. Most chess players don't work, so I have that, at least. But it's still no substitute for sucking. Alright, so I've never played this line, honestly. I mean, I lost 6 or 7 games in a row, Jesus. This looks like my game against Bianca. Except better, he gets out of the center. And it's not that bad for black, actually. I hate the Fianchetto Benoni, too. But the space advantage here, you know, theoretically should be good for white. If he gets in b5, I'm screwed. Rook e8, castles. If I can consolidate my space advantage, I'm better. Queen really has to get out of this position. So now he transfers bishop f6. Didn't make it yet. I'm afraid of g5. I think I was literally thinking I was afraid of g5 in a position like this. No, I'm not afraid of g5. g5 is horrendous for black. Black will not consider that. This is not an option. If I'm lucky, I'm better. Maybe I can finish strongly. If I can maintain my rating. I've lost to a bunch of 2200s, 2300s. I'm surprised I'm still 24-14. I've only lost like 15 rating points or something. I should be like 2250. Self-deprecation expert. Black's in trouble here if his best move is rook a7. Asterbate knows this routine. The Asterbate maneuver. As I've taught you guys many times. Black's hanging tough though. I'm not sharp enough to see any tactics or anything like that. Nice. See, I've given him too much time to consolidate his position here. Way too liberal. I've given him a new lease on life. With my extreme passivity. What's he trying to do over there? Yeah, he's doing it. He's doing it. Up to no good. It's a good thing I'm not playing like Igor Kovalenko or something. I'll probably lose here. I'm doing the wrong thing. Never trade pieces when you have a space advantage. Unless you're going to lose on time. I tell you guys all the time. See, that's what 3-2 has me doing. I'm like purposely making bad moves now. Never ever trade pieces when you have a space advantage. What am I doing? Like liquidating every piece. Because I can't have time to find a decent move. Alright. He's violating the rule. Now I like white now. Again. Korchnoi. Would love this position. We're still better, but it's easy to overextend. Yeah, it's better for white again. I mean, he should trade queens, and he's probably doing fine. This is a lot like the famous Korchnoi game. He's in trouble here. With g5. Maybe this isn't the best move. Okay, of course I can overextend myself at any moment. It's easy to lose. My opponent is a player who is comfortable having a spatial disadvantage, obviously. Hyper modern style player, give the opponent space. And you know, hope they overextend themselves. Knight c4. I'm also the only player in the tournament who's probably actually commentating his play. His play. All right. Yeah, I don't have enough here now. I was gonna lose on time. Probably a draw now. I was close to winning. But again, the time. I'm just kind of tired. Wow. It's a risky move, f6. Stalemate. Alright, we won one. It's a fairly high-rated player. Finally, we drew some blood. Last game, we came back with some respectable wins at the end. After a little timeout for 5 losses in a row. But he gave it to me. He had a draw and he played f6. I mean, if he doesn't play f6, I don't think he can likely lose. But, you know, it's just like bullet. 10 points. I played this player last time. Oh, they're berserking. Well, there's only time, but yeah, this is the guy that I lost the better rook in game against. 94 is no good. I have to play 92. That allows 93. Never mind. Why doesn't it display how much time is left in the tournament? 4 minutes. There we go. I'm actually playing a really good positional game here. F5. What did he do? H5. You get my queen trapped? Not today. Still time. All right, what a comeback. I think we're going to almost break even on the rating points. I'm in the top 18. I think that's it, though. I made the top 18 with amazing comeback, winning 3 games at the end. I'm even red color. I think we'll just end it there. 2 minutes left. Oh man, 14 points. We just dominated. Exactly in the top half of the field, if it holds up. Mr. Olka finished with 19. Arbitrage just dominated. Sol Kim. Who is Sol Kim? We don't know about Sol Kim. Gabix, only 3rd place. Pop G in 4th. Florian in 5th. Look how few games Kotzer Florian played, and he's still in 5th place. How did he do that? He just like wins every game. Schieberspieler has the other style where he's going to play the maximum number of games. Koblenz had a really good comeback at the end. He was playing almost as bad as me. They're beating me in the first game. He had a bunch of losses. Battled back to 23. Uchok, 22. Still not over yet, guys. 1 minute left. Mr. Olka, well, it's a tough tournament, man. I don't think the 11th place is actually suffering. He only lost a handful of games, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4 games. That's still a really good result. He's not a maniac, you know. He's got a solid style. So, top 18. At least I didn't get completely floored. 18th place. Wow. Anyway, I couldn't play another game in the time limit. Ten seconds left. I'll upload my stream of suffering if anybody wants to see. Jó este kívánok, jó éjszakát, köszönöm szépen. Arbitrage, 91, nagyon jó rezultat. 2800 performance. Sol Kim with 2757, second place. And Gabix, as always, on the leaderboard with 2596. Rounding at the top 10, it was Pop G, Pop Jula, Kotzer Florian, Schieber Spieler, Koban Spuchuk, Mr. Olka, and Martini 99. And I managed to finish a very, very promising 18th place with a miraculous 3 wins in the last 3 rounds. We took a little time out in the middle of the tournament to have a rest there. I think it was the beers. The beers came in at the end, actually. I think that's why I won my last 3 games. The energy from the beers took until the last 3 rounds to kind of kick in, with a little help from my opponents. So what did I finish with? Eventually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 losses. 7 losses and 7 non-losses. I had a couple draws in there, so I had a minus score. Thanks guys for playing and for watching. Thanks to the Hungarian All-Star players for playing. Thanks to my personal friends for watching. And Movilev, thanks for supporting the stream. 5 gift subs, much appreciated. Those of you who did give bits to donate, I will be back tomorrow if I am still alive tomorrow morning after. If I lost any more after those 5 games, I think I don't know what I would have done. But I was pretty lost in the middle there. Pretty lost and depressed. It's a very high quality time control. Anyway, everybody, thanks for hanging out with me. They let me win a couple games at the end, so I'd feel better and look more respectable streaming this tournament. Köszönöm szépen, jó éjszakát. Good night, everybody, and see you on Friday for my regular stream tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging out and putting up with my crappy and slow play. Appreciate it, guys. Bye-bye. Ponda, say goodbye. Bye-bye. That was cheesy.